Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. In today's video, we're gonna go over the fusion calendar for Tholin Foulbeard, right? We just had the fusion calendar drop. I'm personally not gonna be doing the fusion. I made a video on it explaining it yesterday, and honestly, there were quite a few people that just, I don't know, people are just weird. Like, I specifically said in my thumbnail and my title exactly what I meant by it, but some people didn't understand. But if you want to see the reason why I'm not going for it, you know, you can go watch the video, or TLDR, I have something else planned because it's a challenge. But let's check out how this one looks. I said, you know what, even though I'm not doing it, I can have a quick look to see how a fusion calendar looks for me for the first time in, you know, 6 months, because last time I did the fusion was back in November, December of last year. So I said, let's have a look. Did things change? Is it still the worst? Was it still you know, the most annoying way to do as it used to be, or did they improve something? And at the same time, while we are looking at it, I'm gonna try and give you some tips, some tricks, if I see some ideas or some things that need to be done. So I guess let's have a look. So it kind of seems like we expected. It's a classic fusion. We have void rares. I'm guessing this looks like a Sylvan Watcher, right? So there's gonna be 16 of these void rares that we need to get. Then they're gonna be fused into Gnarok's Blackhorn, right? So Glen Sage Chitrel, I don't know exactly how I would read that. Then goes into Gnarok's Blackhorn, which I think it looks like an orc or a what's it called? Either an orc or an ogre, so Ogrian tribe. Well, let me see. Can we? I have to beat this first before I can check in game, but I presume they're gonna be in game. We can check and whatnot. So first off, we're gonna start today. We should have Dungeon Divers and Spider Tournament. So two of the easy ones to do. Now, if you're somebody that's not high level, right, that you can offer stage 20, 25, hard mode and whatnot, the best way to do it, if you're trying to get this fusion, which I kind of said in my video, 99% of the people should be trying to do this if you have the resources, but one of the best spots to farm Spider to get some easy points is just by farming stage 10, right? That one has a higher chance of getting 5-star gear. It's like there's some bug in the code, instead of being like 8%, it's like 80% or something like that. So definitely this is doable, right? Depends how high the Dungeon Divers points are gonna be. These are usually atrocious. I know they're really painful, so it kind of makes sense just today start over with that. Then the next one that we have is gonna be tomorrow, where we're gonna have Summer Rush and Champion Training Tournament. Now, obviously, if you have the heroes to do that, if you have the champs to do that, you can wait till tomorrow. Don't go crazy on your energy today. Wait till tomorrow, because there's plenty of teams out there that can do solo. I made several videos myself. There's legendaries, there's free epics, like, you know, Acoth that can do it. You can, what I mean by that is you take that single hero that can farm the stage itself, maybe stage 20, 24, 25, or even hard mode Spider, and then just bring 4 champs alongside them to just farm for food, right? So you would double dip or triple dip, actually. You would get Dungeon Diver points, Spider Tournament points, and also Champion Training Tournament points. So all of these ones could get you some really good points for that, and it should be pretty easy to do. Then we have the Summon Rush. Now, Summon Rush is usually a little bit tricky. However, because of the way that this one is going, we can assess at the end that you might be able, or you might want to skip the Summer Rush. It depends what's gonna happen during the Summer Rush. Depends how high the points for Narox is gonna be. But if we have enough to get everything else, you might be able to skip this. So actually, let me just count this. So let me see: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. So you can get exactly 16 of the rares. So the way that this one goes is you cannot skip anything, unfortunately, unless you summon and get the Summon Rush, right? Depends how high he's gonna be, which I guess we're gonna see tomorrow. If you get the epic from the Summon Rush, that means you're gonna be able to skip 4 of the other tournaments and events that you choose to do so, right? So definitely keep that in mind, because it kind of seems like it's a tight one. There's no wiggle room, only if you commit in the Summon Rush, but depends how many shards you have lying around. So let's continue to the next one. We're gonna have Gear Enhancement on Saturday. So obviously, as you're gonna be farming Spider, you're gonna be selling stuff. Classic Arena, pretty standard. Then we have Ice Golem starting when the Dungeon Diver ends on Sunday. So for Ice Golem, I feel like Sunday I wouldn't be doing other stuff. Maybe just do some more of the Champion Training to try and finish that off if you're not done. Then on Monday, I would farm the Ice Golem and Dungeon Divers. Same thing. On Monday, you can still double dip triple dip, ice golem, dungeon divers, and champion training tournament, right? Those 3 things at the same time. Again, if you have the heroes, if you have the champs, I'm gonna keep saying heroes. I play too many games, I'm sorry, but I have several videos of champions that can solo ice golem. Again, stage 20, 24, 25, high level, so just check on my channel. Definitely gonna be able to do that. Then it seems like Tuesday, Wednesday, it's more of a dead period, right? Okay, Tuesday you do have ice golem with dungeon divers. Wednesday, it's like just dungeon divers and gear enhancement happens. Then Thursday, only we have dragon again starting with pretty much nothing. I guess there's gonna be something happening this Wednesday, Thursday, as they usually do. But then on the Friday is when we get again dragon tournament and champion chase plus champion training event. Friday is gonna be another perfect day to triple dip, solo the dragon on stage 20, 24, 25, whichever you want, to get yourself as many points as possible. Obviously, again, if you can. And then we have champion chase tournament. The champion training event usually tend to be a bit harder. So you start maybe on the Friday, but push mostly on the Saturday when dungeon divers, the 3rd dungeon divers also starts. And then you would finish off the dungeon divers Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Keep in mind, on the Tuesday, CVC starts, right? So if you can afford to keep some of that energy to use for CVC, do that, and you should be pretty successful. This fusion, again, it depends, gonna depend. Do you have enough resources stockpiled? Specifically, do you have enough shards? Now, do keep in mind that for the sake of the champion chase tournament, there's a trick you can do, and try to be smart about it, right? Try to be smart about it, because you can get yourself some free points by doing some simple things. Champion chase tournament, as we know, they give points for any champion that we obtain, doesn't matter where from, right? If it's from shards, if it's from a past fusion that you didn't fuse, if it's from a fusion. So as a simple example, we go in game, then let's say we go over here to the fusions. Let's say I fuse a legendary over here. During champion chase, that gives me points. If I fuse relic keeper, right, it's gonna give me points. So any way that you get yourself some heroes, that's gonna give you points. Why did I specifically want to mention that? Well, you're gonna be collecting the rares up until that champion chase. That's gonna be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, let's say, right? You collect 10. That means you're gonna be able to fuse 2 of the epics, right? 2 of the epics, unless you grab, even if you grab this one, you can still fuse 2. You're gonna have this one as a 3rd, but those 2 epics that you're gonna be only fusing on that Friday when the champion chase starts, that's gonna give you instantly free 500 points, right? Just straight up like that. Boom, you fuse it because you need to do it anyway for the fusion. You're gonna get simple 500 points. And if you obviously, you're gonna need to grab a couple of more, which might be, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there's an option, right? I'm not counting this one. You might even get to 12 if you finish dungeon divers by Monday morning before its champion chase ends. You can fuse the 3rd one. That's gonna be easy 750 points, which might have you not which means you might not have to pull, right? You might not need to summon during the champion chase, so it might be a good idea to try and commit to this summon rush. Obviously, depends how high it is, depends what the progressive chance or whatever summon events is gonna be this weekend and all of that. But if you can afford it, maybe it's smart if you're going for this fusion to just grab the epic from the summon rush, and that's gonna allow you to skip some of these, like maybe the 3rd dungeon divers or the 2nd one, because these dungeon divers are massive pains in the backside unless they changed it since I've seen it last. But it seems pretty straightforward, right? Let me just check the points, I guess, since I can see it. Okay, I have to wait 15 minutes, but it's pretty standard, pretty obvious how you need to do these. It looks tricky, but if you can commit to the first one, if again, if it's affordable to grab the epic from the summon rush, I would go for it, and then everything else should be pretty easy. Also, don't forget to finish your fusion warm-up event, right? There's a free ancient for grabs over here, so make sure you grab that one. But we're gonna leave it at this for now. Thank you for watching. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.